Hey guys, it's Kyle Thompson with eXp Realty, bringing you another monthly market update, and this week we're going to be focusing on all property types. Let's dive right in. As always, let's start off with an overview. Last month we had 255 new listings, 119 new sales. The average list price was $690,024. The average sale price was $664,440. The average sale price to list ratio was 96.48. Average days on market was 58.82, and we ended the month with an inventory of 638. Now let's jump over and take a look at what that does for the market conditions. I like to use both the monthly supply of inventory method as well as the sales to new list ratio, as I find using both gives a more complete picture of what's going on in the market. With that said, using the monthly supply of inventory method, we came in at 4.12, which puts us into a neutral market. If we use the sales to list price ratio, the sales to new listing ratio instead, we came in at 47%, which also puts us into a neutral market. Now let's jump over and take a look at the active inventory. After a huge spike up in January, new listings fell from 293 down to 255 month over month. However, new sales increased from 105 up to 119. Expireds trended lower, falling from 52 to 33 month over month. And the benchmark price for a home in Kamloops rose $16,200. That is the largest month over month change in the last 12 months. Now let's jump over and take a look at the end of month inventory. Last month, we ended the month with 628 units, which is middle of the road over the last 10 years and is within 1% of the 10-year average of 631. If we take a look at the new listings instead, we see that so far year to date, there's been 552 new listings, which is about 10% above the 10-year average of 500. This is also the second highest amount of new listings year to date in the last 10 years. Now let's take a look at the sales. So far year to date, there's been 226, which is about 18% below the 10-year average of 275. Now let's take a look at the sales dashboard, starting off with average sale price. This table is measuring year-over-year changes, so a full year over a full year. And when looked at that way, prices are actually up about 2.8%, rising from just shy of 636,000 up to 653,700. The property types that have been doing the best in terms of appreciation are full duplexes, single-family dwellings with acreages, townhomes, and single-family dwellings. Now, if we take a look at the sales to new list price ratio instead, all this is a measurement of how much properties are selling below the list price what percentage properties are selling compared to the list price on average. So it's a good measurement for how much negotiating the room there is when you are the buyer. Last month, we came in at 96.48, which was an increase of about 0.4%. This is the highest we've been since September of last year, and that just means that there is less negotiating room when you are the buyer. Now let's take a look at the sales. Once again, this table is measuring full year over a full year, and when looked at that way, sales are down about 2.7%, falling from 1,912 down to 1,860. The property types that have been faring the best are full duplexes, manufactured homes, and a slight increase to single-family dwellings. Finally, let's take a look at the days on market to sell, starting off with the 10-year. So far, year to date, it's taken an average of 66 days for properties to sell, which is about 16% above the 10-year average of 57. If we take a look at the trailing 12 months instead, we see that in February, it took an average of 59 days for properties to sell, which is about 11% above the 12-month average of 53. And as you can see, there was a big spike up in December, but it does look like we are starting to revert back down to the mean. Finally, let's take a look at days on market by property type. As you can see, most property types are relatively within the same range as they were the prior year. However, there is an exception for manufactured homes and full duplexes, which are both taking notably longer to sell. And in the case of full duplexes, it is taking about 83.5% longer to sell. That's all for today. I really hope that you guys are getting some value out of these market updates. If you are, consider liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you ever have any suggestions on things you would like added to these updates, or maybe something that needs to be more thoroughly explained, please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section below or reach out to me directly, and I'll do what I can. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.